Today we're going to be reviewing the Wilfa Grinder. Welcome back to About Coffee, where we talk about all different things to do with coffee. And today we're going to be reviewing the Wilfa Grinder. Now, this is my personal grinder of choice. I use it all the time at home, so it might be a bit of a biased review, but I want to fill you in on a few different things about this grinder that makes it so great. So let's start off with the price. The price of the Wilfa Grinder is very, very reasonable, which makes it a perfect grinder to start out with if you're getting into coffee now. Now, it's perfect for V60s, AeroPress, Chemex, whatever brewing method you want to get going with, it is perfect, and it's going to give you a really good cup of coffee. It's been used in many competitions for brewing the perfect cup, which for a grinder around this price is a very impressive feat, as it's up against things that cost a lot more money. So getting something like this that's of championship standard in your home for the price that it's ranged around is very, very good. Now let's talk about how easy it is to use, as grinders can be very, very confusing, and getting the right grind size for your coffee is very important. So overcomplicating things can be really difficult, but the Wilfa Grinder is very, very easy to use. As you'll be able to see in the hopper, or it's similar to a hopper, you'll be able to drop your coffee in up the top here, and then you are able to turn the dials here for the grind size that you need. Now, there are markers on there which go from French press all the way to filter to AeroPress, but they are quite broad within that. So you're going on the French press, you're on a coarser side, and as you move towards AeroPress, you're going finer, and the dots get smaller as you go round. So that's what that is, but they are quite a broad spectrum. AeroPress is obviously a longer word, so it's taking up more space. So whereabouts on AeroPress is the right place? Well, luckily I found a brilliant guide when I started out with my Wilfa, and I'll link that in the description below so you guys can go and check it out to get the right grind size, or at least a good starting point for you brewing your coffee at home. Now, the chamber itself is designed to hold around 250 grams of coffee. However, I tend to weigh the coffee beforehand, open up, put in and grind the amount I need, rather than having 250 grams of coffee sat in there, as I'm not usually needing to make that much coffee in one sitting with the Wilfa. And the fresher it is, the better. So keeping it in a sealed bag is better than just leaving it in the hopper itself. But 250 grams can fit in there, but as I say, maybe weigh out before you put in. Now, something that is really important with your home grinder is being able to clean it. Cleaning your grinder is definitely something you should be doing at least once a month, in my opinion, to make sure that you have a nice clean grind side, as bits of coffee can end up getting stuck in the burrs, which does mean that your grind size can vary because it's being pushed in different ways. However, the Wilfa is fantastic to be able to clean. First, it's got its own little part here which just comes straight off and you're able to clean it. It's not very clean right now, sorry about that, as I've been brewing coffee today. But you can just easily wipe that down. Just make sure it's dry before you put it back in. You don't want any moisture around your grounds. And then to be able to actually go in and clean the burrs is very easy. And all you need to do is twist all the way to its coarsest setting, and then off it pops. And then you're able to get right into the burrs there. Now, one of the really good positives of the Wilfa Grinder is its speed. It grinds coffee very quickly. However, this can turn into a negative. Because it grinds so quickly, you can actually find that it moves ever so slightly, and you may have set it, say, just onto French press, and you'll finish grinding your coffee, and it might have moved a whole notch down, just because it rotates so quickly that sometimes the dial itself actually moves. So just a little hack for that is that once you've set it onto the dial you want it on, just make sure you hold your hand on top of it. It's not really a grinder to press go and walk away and come back to. I would always recommend just staying with it, just putting your hand on top of it, make sure that it's not moving around the place, just because of that speed, it does create vibration and makes it move. So there you have it, guys, my review of the Wilfa Grinder. As you can tell, I'm a very big fan. I think there's lots and lots of positives, and they definitely outweigh those small little negatives. So if you're interested in getting a new grinder, the Wilfa would definitely be a good place to start. So thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as we've got all sorts of videos coming here all about coffee, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.